I know, and we're still on the titles. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first stream of the Operative, No One Lives Forever. This is the Game of the Year edition that has an extra level on it. The game originally came out in 2000, and at the time it received a lot of awards. And it is, of course, it is obviously set in the 60s, with all the aesthetics that entails. I mean, good grief, how do you stealth in that? But having said that, it is sort of a spy thing. She works for Unity, which specializes in stopping people who are trying to take over the world, like H.A.R.M. Don't forget what H.A.R.M stands for. They never tell you, by the way. And you can see from the title screen just how convoluted the rights for this game are. It was written by it was written by Monolith using the Lithtech engine. So if you wanted to do a remake, getting in touch with them is not much of a problem. But then it was published by Fox, who is now a subdivision of Warner Brothers, and then distributed by yet another company. So bits and pieces of the copyrights and trademarks are owned by like 3 different companies. And as I recall, Warner Brothers was actually approached about the possibility of doing a remake or a sequel, and their response basically amounted to, well, we might have some of the rights, but we're not sure, but you're going to have to pay us a ridiculous amount of money just for us to open our filing cabinets. And then they turned right around and renewed their trademark to make sure that no one could without going through them. In other words, we're not even sure we own the rights anymore, but if you want to create a game, you're going to have to ask. Ugh. They just wanted to make sure no one else could because they're not interested in doing it. Really ridiculous behavior, if you ask me, but fortunately I own the single-player CDs. That is a side effect of the game being written for 800 by 600 resolution. Fortunately, the actual game itself is thanks to a widescreen patch, it's in 1080p. An unknown assassin is killing off Unity's lead operatives. In spite of the danger, Cate Archer and Bruno Lari still have a job to do. Could this be Kate's first shot at a mission fraught with peril or intrigue, or is it just another routine assignment?
A crisis has arisen. Unity's undercover operatives are being killed off by an unknown assailant. It seems likely that there's a traitor within the agency. Report to the war room for a full briefing on the situation and a tactical overview of your upcoming mission. Do not be late. Following the briefing, stop by the training facility to hone your skills.
Days later at the French embassy.
Hello. Bruno, how's France? Did you collect any new bullet holes? I know how you love to be shot at. I'm teasing. I'm glad you're not damaged. Did you at least encounter an exotic temptress or two? Really? What was her name? What do you mean you don't remember? That's horrible.
I can see the dialogue is going to be a
I'm
little
not
cut
very
off.
happy, you know. It's not like I thought it.
I never promised it would be as exhilarating as your former trade, only that it would keep you out of jail and...
More wine?
You're the first female operative Unity has ever employed. The committee is old-fashioned. They need time to get used to it.
I know all that. But at this rate, I'll be a bloody grandmother before they give me a...
You can always go back to burglary and pickpocketing if you can't live with it.
Damn it, that's not what I'm saying. I just want to be challenged. I'm sick of wiretaps. I'm sick of eavesdropping on boring strangers who may or may not pose some trivial threat to international security because they forgot to declare a ham...
It's never fun paying one's dues, but we all have to endure a bit of frustration and tedium now and then.
I think I've paid my bloody dues.
Is that what you think? God knows I loathe sermons, but I'll tell you right now that you'll never stop paying your dues. Not ever. I'm sorry you're not happy, but...
You make it sound like I'm some spoiled child. I'm not asking to be coddled. I just want to...
You're right. I know it's been hard for you, but I'm confident you'll get your chance. All the petty...
They've done an outstanding job so far, haven't...
You see? What did I tell you?
Probably just one of the committee members needing a babysitter on short...
Ye of little faith. I'll see you there.
Why don't we go together?
I've an errand to attend to first. You go on.
Yeah, let me see real quick if I can do anything about that. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do anything about that. Be right back. Note to self, never touch that particular... Okay, 1 second. I am going to be able to fix this, though. Turns out that I found out what the fix is. Oh, come on. There we go. Display 1, 1920 by 1080. Okay. Now, launch it again. I didn't have the modernizer loaded is what was happening.
Damn. Hello. Bruno, how's France? Did you collect any new bullet holes? I know how you love to be shot at. I'm teasing. I'm glad you're not damaged. Did you at least encounter an exotic temptress or two? Really? What was her name? What do you mean you don't remember? That's horrible. Of course, I'm famished. Are you buying? Then it's a date. Let's say Maximilian's in half an hour. Ciao. I'm not very happy, you know. It's not like I thought it would be.
I never promised it would be as exhilarating as your former trade, only that it would keep you out of jail and make it easier to sleep at night.
More wine?
You're the first female operative Unity has ever employed. The committee is old-fashioned. They need time to get used to the idea of a woman in this line of work.
I know all that. But at this rate, I'll be a bloody grandmother before they give me a real assignment.
You can always go back to burglary and pickpocketing if you can't live without excitement.
Damn it, that's not what I'm saying. I just want to be challenged. I'm sick of wiretaps. I'm sick of eavesdropping on boring strangers who may or may not pose some trivial threat to international security because they forgot to declare a ham sandwich in Heathrow. I don't have the patience for it. It's not what I'm good at.
It's never fun paying one's dues, but we all have to endure a bit of frustration and tedium now and then. Builds character.
I think I've paid my bloody dues.
Is that what you think? God knows I loathe sermons, but I'll tell you right now that you'll never stop paying your dues. Not ever. I'm sorry you're not happy, but you might as well get used to it. Nobody owes you a damn thing.
You make it sound like I'm some spoiled child. I'm not asking to be coddled. I just want a chance to prove myself.
You're right. I know it's been hard for you, but I'm confident you'll get your chance. All the petty politics in the world won't hold you back.
They've done an outstanding job so far, haven't they?
You see? What did I tell you?
Probably just one of the committee members needing a babysitter on short notice.
Ye of little faith. I'll see you there.
Why don't we go together?
I've an errand to attend to first. You go on ahead.
Good afternoon, Miss Archer. They're expecting you in the briefing room.
Agent Archer, how thoughtful of you to join us. I hope we aren't inconveniencing you too awfully with matters of international security.
I'm sorry if I kept you waiting. It won't happen again.
I seem to recall hearing that before.
You'll not have to hear it again.
Let us hope not. Well, if it isn't the inimitable Agent Lowry.
Sorry I'm late, Smithy. You're looking dapper today.
Spare me the disingenuous flattery, old boy. It doesn't suit you.
I was being sincere. It was the one polite thing I could think to say.
You're still upset with me, aren't you? I assure you I have nothing against you personally. You've served us well for many years, but perhaps too many. I firmly believe it is in Unity's best interest that you retire from field operations, and I will continue to campaign to that end until you accept an administrative position.
I'm not upset with you, Smithy. I just don't like you. I do understand your concern, but just because you're too old for the field doesn't mean that I am. Until I'm declared unfit for duty, I will continue to prove it.
I retired voluntarily.
Of course you did.
Perhaps we should dispense with the pleasantries and get down to brass tacks.
Fine.
Lights, please. We lost another agent this afternoon, bringing the total to 7 operatives in 10 days. It is our firm belief that someone is systematically eliminating our undercover agents, which leads us to believe that the clandestine operations section has been compromised. It seems we have a traitor in our midst.
Do you suspect anyone?
We suspect everyone.
7 operatives? That's over half the active list. Why weren't we informed sooner?
You're being informed now. This situation has unfolded rather abruptly.
The assassin left a lily, a regal finale to be precise, on or near the corpse of each victim. Mean anything to either of you?
Volkov.
Who?
Dmitrij Volkov. The regal finale is his calling card.
The name's familiar. What do we know about him?
He's a right bastard.
Anything more specific?
Just what's in his file. Born in Kamchatka in 1921. Distinguished himself as an academic prodigy and master chess player by the age of 8, by which time he'd also earned notoriety for refining various torture techniques on neighbors' pets. It seems he joined the NKVD in 1937 and served as some sort of disciplinarian in a gulag near Kiev. His whereabouts during the war are unknown except for a brief mention in 1943 when he was spotted by an OSS officer at Leningrad interrogating prisoners of war who would later disappear without a trace.
Ah, yes, I remember this fellow. We've had dealings with him before.
Sometime after the war, he emerged again, this time in the employ of Smersh. He's personally credited with well over 1,000 executions, spies and Soviet dissidents for the most part. In 1961, a failed assassination attempt left him without an eye. He was shot in the face at close range by one of our finest agents.
You flatter me, but I shouldn't have missed.
He escaped by throwing himself off a 70-foot cliff into an icy river. It was presumed that he survived, as no body was ever recovered. In fact, rumor has it, he's currently working for an organization calling itself H.A.R.M as Director of Executive Action. I don't have to tell you what that means.
What do we know about H.A.R.M?
Unfortunately, there's very little about them in our files.
Well, despite the obvious risks, we still have a job to do. In this case, a very important one.
Wet work.
Precisely. And after this recent catastrophe, the two of you are our only available assets.
To be perfectly frank, Agent Archer, you're only getting this assignment because we've no other choice. Matters of such delicacy aren't really the sort of thing we would usually entrust to a woman. Emotional inconstancy and assassination do not make especially good bedfellows, if you take my meaning.
Implicitly, but you shouldn't be ashamed. Administration is a perfectly noble career.
I'll try to surpass your expectations.
Considering that I expect you to fail miserably, you shouldn't have to try very hard.
Enough of this. Time is of the essence. Stop by the toy shop before you go. They've some new gizmos you might find useful. Don't dally too long, though. Your flight leaves at 6 p.m.
Where are we going?
Morocco. Agent Archer, what does H.A.R.M stand for?
I haven't figured that out yet.
See if you can't find out. And be careful. Both of you.
Like I said, you never find out. Tasty cola, orange fizz, and fizzy soda.
We strongly advise that you go through the training course before embarking on your first mission. There are many nuances and features you may overlook otherwise. If you prefer to skip training, just head to the exit.
Well, normally I would, but it's been a really long time since I played this.
Welcome to Basic Field Tactics. This course comprises several areas, each with its own lesson. You must complete each lesson in order to proceed. Now step up to the active station designated by the flashing light. Your crosshair will change to indicate an item that can be activated. Alright, now open the door to the next area. Bystanders will often speak to you if you activate them. Sometimes they will share useful information. Sometimes they just want to chat. Be sure to conceal any obvious weapon or they'll be too distressed to talk. Try activating Leon.
Well done.
All right, now open the door to the next area. If you want to skip a cutscene, simply press the space bar. Congratulations! You've completed the basic field tactics course. You should now continue to the advanced field tactics area, where you will receive specific instruction for your upcoming mission. Note that new simulations will be prepared for you before each mission.
I love how they tell you to activate Leon, like you have to turn him on.
Welcome to Advanced Field Tactics. Keep an eye out for ammunition boxes. Each can contain various ammunition types. Once the box is empty, it will disappear. You won't have the opportunity to heal while on a mission, so you'll need to rely on body armor to protect yourself from damage. Be warned that certain types of damage will ignore armor completely though, such as that sustained from falling or running out of oxygen. Alright, now open the door to the next area. While on a mission, always keep an eye out for miscellaneous intelligence items that might be of benefit to us. Here are some of the items you should look for. The more you recover, the better your mission rating will be. Pick up these intelligence items to proceed. Alright, now open the door to the next area. You may occasionally be called upon to arm or disarm explosive devices. Simply activate the device to enable or disable it as necessary. Disarm these mock explosives in order to proceed. Alright, now open the door to the next area.
Blueprint for the new Unity Accounting Division.
It's often advisable to move as quietly as possible to avoid detection. The faster you move, the louder your footsteps will be. It is therefore advisable to walk or move in a crouch when you're trying to be discreet.
Well done.
The volume of your footsteps can be modified by the material upon which you're moving. Be careful of tile, metal, and other hard surfaces. Whenever possible, favor carpet or turf. Alright, now open the door to the next area.
Try again.
Step behind the yellow line to reset the simulation. Step behind the yellow line to reset the simulation.
Wow, you're pretty light-footed.
If you're not sure what to expect around a corner, it is generally safe to step out for a moment to see what's up ahead. As long as you duck back quickly, you probably won't be spotted. Of course, the closer you are to an enemy, the more likely it is that you'll be seen, so listen for footsteps or conversation before leaving cover. Excellent. Proceed to the next course.
Two, all employees, do not abuse your phone privileges. All personal calls must be logged and sent to accounting on the second Tuesday of each month. Thank you.
Use your flashlight to find your way to the door.
Or don't.
Your flashlight is an effective tool, but it can also give away your position. Try not to let enemies see the beam.
Well, easiest way to not let them see it is to not use it.
So, do you think the CT-180 will get a decent field rating?
I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you. Have you seen the commission form for that thing? They want everything that the TR-60 and TR-61 can do, all in one device. But, hand me that atomic retroscopic analyzer thingy, will you? But they don't understand that Clancy's team was killing themselves just to get the TR-60 up to spec. And that was back when they had twice as many designers with 4 times the development time. Not only that, but the TR-60 was designed as an infiltration device, and the CT-180 is meant for emergency extractions.
So have you heard what Carrington's team is working on?
Yeah, an ultra-quiet vacuum cleaner.
If that thing's really supposed to be some big secret, why the hell do they keep talking about it in the Unity newsletter?
Coincidentally, in a little bit of continuity, when you play the second game in the series, you get to use the CT-180.
Hello, Kate. How are you? Smithy wants me to run you through a basic firearms refresher course. The Hampton carbine is the world's only truly silent firearm. Of course, silent is a relative term when it comes to guns, but the Hampton's muzzle noise is little more than a stifled cough. It fires a .45 caliber automatic Colt pistol cartridge, making it less lethal than most rifles, but it compensates in subtlety what it lacks in punch.
And coincidentally, they did do their research on their firearms. The Hampton carbine is a real weapon from World War II. I think they made 200. So it's not a very common weapon, but everything he just said about it is true.
About firearms. If the dynamic crosshair option is enabled in the menu, you can gauge your accuracy by the relative size of your crosshair. The larger it is, the worse your aim will be. The next function key is very important. With it, you can cycle through the available ammunition types for a given weapon. More importantly, it cycles through a gadget's various functions. For example, it allows you to toggle between the Berette's lockpick and weapon modes. Learn to monitor your ammunition. Reload your weapon between firefights to make sure you don't run empty at inopportune moments.
Dum-dum rounds typically cause bleeding wounds that are characterized by an accelerated pulse. Subjects frequently report being deafened by their own heartbeat for a brief period.
You can shoot through certain walls and objects. Of course, doing so may affect the accuracy, range, and velocity of the shot, but it's sometimes preferable to dispatch an enemy before he sees you. Keep an eye out for these materials.
Please remind operatives that they can use the zoom in and zoom out keys of scoped weapons for a closer view of a distant target. Well, let's see. What are the zoom in and zoom out keys? Must be the next function button or something. Not sure.
Be careful not to injure civilians. If you kill an innocent bystander, you will fail your mission. You will also fail if 3 or more bystanders are slain by enemy fire. If you're ever in doubt, look at your crosshair. It will change to indicate the person you're targeting is friendly. Use the holster weapon key to conceal your weapon rapidly. If your weapon is already holstered, hitting this key will draw the last weapon you had out.
report to Santa's workshop now.
Let's talk about your Barrette. In its default mode, it can be used as a lockpick, ideal for bypassing certain keyed padlocks. Of course, the more complicated the mechanism, the longer it will take to pick. Note that the Barrette only works on padlocks with keyholes.
Please be prepared to move your cubicles from Section 4 to Section 5 next Wednesday to make room for the accounting division. Leon, please be sure to inform all operatives that most keyed padlocks can be shot off as well as picked.
The Barrette can also be used as a weapon by hitting the next function key. When you slash an adversary, the pressure on the blade releases a small amount of toxin into his bloodstream. Quite deadly. A spare bit of change can come in very handy when you need to distract someone. Practice tossing this coin to divert the guard's attention.
Hello?
Try not
Nobody
to throw
there
it off
after
any
all,
high
then must be
ledges.
the old bean working against me.
A judicious agent doesn't leave corpses lying about, as they tend to arouse suspicion. Judging by your slight frame, you won't have much luck hauling bodies away, so we've come up with this special body-removing powder just for you. Sprinkle a bit of it on dead tissue, and voila! The cadaver will vaporize almost instantly.
Which is funny because in the second game, she's actually capable of picking up and moving bodies. They just couldn't I think they just couldn't figure out how to implement that in this game.
When are you going to take me up on my dinner offer?
Perhaps if I find myself on the verge of starvation, perhaps.
All ready to go, eh? Well, have a safe mission and come back in one piece.
All objectives complete. Rank Super Spy, best rank Super Spy. Found 16 out of 16 intelligence items. Reputation bonus. It gives you a bonus at the end of... It gives you something at the end of most levels. If you found all the intelligence items, you'll get like a speed bonus, a health bonus, something like that. And in rare cases, things like the thank you for not getting shot bonus.
Intelligence has discovered that the American ambassador to West Germany, Morris Monroe, is marked for execution by an organization calling itself H.A.R.M. or H.A.R.M. The assassination attempt is expected to come on the last day of Monroe's upcoming holiday in Morocco as he is leaving his hotel. There will likely be multiple assailants. It is imperative that Monroe survive the attack. Be warned, though, that the ambassador is extremely nearsighted and almost deaf, so you won't be able to rely on him to realize that he is in danger. You will be positioned in a residential building across the street from the hotel. Your job is to pick off the assassins before they liquidate Monroe.
Protect Ambassador Monroe from H.A.R.M assassins. Rendezvous with Bruno at the Grand Caravan. Head for the coast and rendezvous with the Abigail. Prevent civilian casualties. Select equipment. Well, I don't have much choice. My only choice here is whether or not I want the Shepherd Arms or the Petrie P38, and I have to take the Hampton Carbine, and I have to take the Coin Barrett and Body Remover. In future missions, more stuff will be added to the list of firearms and the list of gadgets. Silencer and scope for the Hampton, and silencer for the P38. And again, more will be added to this list too. They're giving me 30 rounds for the Hampton, 50 rounds of Full Metal Jacket, 25 rounds of Dum Dum, and 5 coins.
Are you enjoying yourself yet?
Immensely.
Sure you're not bored?
I've waited nearly 4 years for this chance. I think I can endure another half hour.
Good girl. You're growing up.
What do you make of all that talk of a traitor?
It wouldn't be the first time we've had leaky plumbing. Still, it's disquieting to say the least.
It's happened before?
Once. A few years ago, we lost several undercover operatives in Istanbul. Turned out they'd been compromised by their chief's very own administrative assistant. He'd sold us out for a measly 50 quid.
50 quid?
Astonishing, isn't it? Trading men's lives for such a pittance. But spies are rarely well compensated for their treason. I wouldn't be surprised if this new mole is equally underpaid.
Well, I hope when they catch the bastard, they put a bullet right between his eyes, and maybe a boot up his arse for good measure.
You sound ready to volunteer.
I'm dangerous when I'm upset.
That's why you're always in trouble. All right. Munro's headed for the cafe. Watch for him on the second floor patio, coming from the left.
What about the targets?
Not sure yet.
Pardon me, do you have the time?
No, sir, I do not have a dime, and I don't have much use for beggars.
Not a dime, the time.
Don't get snippy with me, or I'll have you arrested.
Are you deaf?
How dare you threaten me?
Oh, never mind.
Coward!
Would you like me to call out the targets for you?
Where's the challenge in that? I just hope there are enough to keep me busy.
You may regret that sentiment.
Unity memo, September 16th, sightseeing. Not like he's gonna see much. September 17th, golf. With lots of people telling him he just got a hole-in-one. September 18th, appointment at Madame Sasha's.
I want to go home.
But we've only been here for 2 days.
I don't like it here.
He's down.
I knew that was gonna happen. As soon as it switched away from the weapon, I was trying to zoom.
Would you like me to call out the targets for you?
That would be lovely.
Okay, what is the damned zoom in this thing?
To your left, on the far balcony.
I want to go home.
But we've only been here for 2 days.
Straight ahead, to the right of the tower.
Why not?
It's so foreign.
On your
Well,
left,
it is a
coming out the
foreign
door on the far balcony.
I know that. But Canada's a foreign country, too. And isn't this foreign?
But I thought the reason you wanted to come here was that it is so different.
Yeah.
Why don't you try to relax and enjoy yourself? I'll bet you have a lot of fun if you just stop worrying.
Think so?
Sure.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. Let's walk down to the Medina.
So he did have a dime.
Okay.
On the roof to your left. On your left, coming out the door on the nearest balcony. On the roof to your left. Straight ahead, to the right of the tower. On the roof to your left. Straight ahead, to the right of the tower. On your left, coming out the door on the far balcony. From down the street on your left.
I say, don't you people have jobs?
Coming out the front door of the hotel. Coming out the front door of the hotel.
Sleep it off somewhere else, drunkard! There must be a hole in my pocket.
From down the street on your left. On your right, street level.
Hooligans!
From down the street on your left. On your left, street level. On your right, street level.
Derelict!
I'll cover him for the next stretch. Get to apartment 12 and wait for my signal. Oh, and make sure to conceal your weapon, or you'll cause a commotion.
I locked myself out again. How irritating.
You'll be able to get in there later. You have to actually come back with a different device to get in there.
I heard he plans to marry the American girl.
You mean the girl who refuses to wear shoes?
Yes, her.
I wonder if all American girls despise shoes. It seems very strange, but America is a strange country.
She may be crazy, but she is attractive.
Ah, but you're invariably attracted to crazy women.
All women are crazy.
Shh, not so loud.
Yes, a woman might hear you. Photographs of Ambassador Monroe at Madame Sasha's. Intelligence item right there. Well, I could go through there, but I want to check up here first. And that's why. H.A.R.M. File 2287, Agent Archer, born 1942 in Glasgow. Name Catherine Ann Archer. Father Lord William Archer. Mother Catherine Ann McDougall. And see, like I said, you can see in there there's an intelligence item in that room, but you can't get in there until later. You actually have to come back to this mission with another spy gadget to get in there, because you can't, like, climb the vines or anything.
I'm in position.
Good. He's almost there.
Our records, no thanks to Bishop, who spilled coffee in the filing cabinet, indicate that Archer is the daughter of a wealthy English lord and a Scottish noblewoman who died shortly after Archer was born. Lord Archer quickly whittled away his health and inheritance, leaving the family destitute. Don't need that yet.
Here he comes. Get ready. On your right, coming around the building.
lost yourself a customer!
This guy is too much.
Heading toward you. Watch for him to pass in front of the right window.
Not again! Where
On your right, coming around the building.
You pesky little dime?
Second story window, far right.
Better find it quickly before the thieves swoop in like vultures.
Heading toward you. Watch for him to pass in front of the right window. On your right, coming around the building. Second story window, on your left. Second story window, far right. Second story window, far right. On your right, coming around the building. Excellent shooting.
You don't have to tell me that. I was standing right here.
A little humility might suit you.
I'm teasing. We make a pretty good team.
Damn, they must have spotted you. There's a group of thugs heading your way.
How many?
Looks like 6 of them. Can you handle it?
Of course I can. I'll meet you at the hotel in an hour.
All right. Take care of yourself.
First, I'm going to take care of some evildoers.
Also, this is another intelligence item right here in one of those boxes, but you can't get it. See that hook above the window? You've got to hook your way up there, get that intelligence item, and it tells you about an intelligence item down here.
Keep your men out of sight. We don't want to spoil our trap, do we?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir. I mean, yes to the first part and no to the second part, sir.
Shut up. Just do as I say, you idiot.
You look like you need a monkey.
Oh, I love this conversation.
Excuse me. I have a very fine monkey for you. Only $20 American. Sorry, I don't want a monkey. What do you mean? I don't want a monkey. Why not? Because I don't like monkeys. Now get that filthy beast away from me. Are you insulting my monkey? I'm sure it's a perfectly excellent monkey, but I don't want it. Now please leave. I'm very busy. $10. No, I wouldn't want the dreadful thing even if it were free. Free? You want my children to starve? If they're hungry, I suggest you feed them the monkey. This is a valuable monkey. My wife would kill me if she knew I was offering it to you so cheap. You don't seem to understand. I don't want a monkey. Infidel.
Get her! She's over here! I do not like getting shot at.
Kate, remember you can shoot keyed padlocks if you don't happen to have your lockpick handy. Of course, doing so tends to make noise, so be careful.
Maybe I'm...
Dearest Abigail, Morocco is wonderful and so is Clark. It's a second honeymoon for us both. Our marriage has never been better. Write soon, Martha. And no, I'm not dissolving the bodies because I only have enough to dissolve 5 of them. Harm alert to all employees. I have posted photographs of Agents Laurie and Archer on the bulletin board. Study them carefully. If you fail to recognize the subjects, I'll assume something is wrong with your eyes and remove them for you. That one I'll go ahead and remove.
Who is it? I'm hearing things. Mr. Volkov said the girl will be here soon.
How will we recognize her?
You didn't see the photograph on the bulletin board?
What photograph?
Mon Dieu!
I'm sorry, nobody told me.
Mr. Volkov was very specific at the meeting this morning. He said, be sure to study the photograph on the bulletin board. If you fail to recognize her, I'll assume something is wrong with your eyes and remove them for you.
I missed the meeting. I had to drop my daughter at school. I don't want him to scoop out my eyes.
I have no sympathy for you. You knew this was an important mission. You should have made other arrangements for your daughter.
Can you describe the girl for me? What color is her hair?
Why should I tell you? It would serve you right to have your eyes gouged out with a rusty spoon. You need to learn to prioritize.
Please, I beg you. Is she young or old? How does she dress?
She's 50 years old and wears a suit of armor.
I don't believe you.
She just turned 14 and she runs around in a bath towel.
Curse you! May all your sons marry camels!
If you must curse someone, curse yourself. There are a lot of people who would kill to have this job. You should take your work more seriously.
Please, just tell me what color her eyes are. Blue? I'd kill every woman with blue eyes that I see. Brown? Green?
I have to get back to my post. See you later. If you have eyes.
Ah!
Who is there?
Ah!
If they're lying on top of each other like that, at least you can get a twofer. H.A.R.M. memo from Assistant to Executive Director Volkov. Incompetence will not be tolerated. H.A.R.M may not pay as well as high-profile operations like Vengeance Factory or Sons of Agony, but the only way we can attain such prestige is through diligence. Remember what H.A.R.M stands for. Dearest Martha, it is with heavy heart and tear-stained cheeks that I write these words. I am not the man you believe me to be. In truth, I am a Russian spy. I regret to inform you that I am returning home to my real wife and I will never see you again. Sorry to have misled you. Regards, your husband, Clark.
Hello? Who is that?
And that's the other door of that one. All agents be on the lookout for Unity Agent Bruno Lowry, a 58-year-old Englishman. Distinguished, balding, prefers tweed. Refer sightings to Executive Director Volkov. Oh, and by the way, that guy right there in the plaid jacket, you don't find this out until the second game, really. He's the director of H.A.R.M.
What is this? Don't stay where you are, do not move.
What sort of getaway did you have in mind?
Something quiet and romantic. It's for our anniversary.
Well, in that case, perhaps H.A.R.M might just be the ticket. It's quiet and less touristy than Fez.
That sounds marvelous. Do you have any brochures?
Sure, here you are.
Thank you.
Who is it? I should probably stop ingesting hallucinogens.
Yes, you probably should. No records exist between 55 and 63. However, activities of the Fox, a notorious female thief, coincide with Archer's known location during the period. Could it be that Cate Archer was once an infamous cat burglar? If so, what went wrong? Ah, I knew there was one in here somewhere. In 1954, Lord Archer committed suicide. Kate, then 12 years old, entered the Brighton Home for Little Wanderers, where she remained for 6 months before disappearing. Observation: it seems Miss Archer's history is not unlike that of you-know-who. Coincidence or perhaps a fateful portent? Consult Madame Sasha for insight. You-know-who, of course, being Mrs. Dumas. Although, again, that's something you'll find out later.
Nope.
Damn, I gotta pee.
Well, go then.
What if she shows up while I'm in the restroom?
Good point. Can you hold it?
I guess so.
Ah.
rusty spoon, a tattered detective novel, and an eye patch.
Get everybody down low!
Lloyd has obtained a portion of the Unity CT-180 device and a page of what appears to be an instruction manual. We'll forward both to your office. That's where you'll come later. Contains piece 89G7 of the CT-180 and a tattered sheet of paper upon which is written, "Leon, your wife called. Your mother-in-law will arrive for supper promptly at 7 p.m. Don't forget to pick up a bottle of wine. If you'll tolerate a recommendation, I'd suggest Maison du Ronald Zinfandel. Any vintage before 60 should suffice. 57 is especially superb, as more recent years betray a distinctly undesirable fruitiness. My own chemical analysis suggests the use of lower quality pesticides as the chief culprit. Santa."
Those goons in the hall act like they've never seen a woman before. Which goons did you mean?
The creepy-looking guys in front of the conference room. They must have been too late to get into the seminar.
Can I ask a favor of you?
What kind of favor?
I don't want to be hassled by those guys. Would you be a dear and distract them for me?
No problem. I like the attention anyway.
All agents be on the lookout for Unity agent Cate Archer, a 5'7" brunette of Scottish English descent. Report sightings to Executive Director Volkov. Warning, do not attempt to apprehend her without written consent from your supervisor. If your supervisor is not available, it is permissible to obtain authorization by telephone, providing that a Class A dispatcher is available.
Buzz off, boys. I don't waste my time on libertines.
Really? Why not?
Look at you. You're crass and immature.
That's not true. I'm just honest. Any man who could look upon you without being moved to lust is only half a man. Or maybe only a third. It's hard to say.
I agree.
There are socially acceptable ways of expressing desire.
Who is it?
Wolf whistles and lascivious comments aren't among them.
What do you recommend?
Try comments.
Go ahead, you
Got a twofer. And there's Bruno.
Late, as usual. I was beginning to worry.
You always worry.
Can you blame me? You're like an errant child.
And you're like a fussy aunt.
You could at least leave my gender intact.
A fussy uncle, then.
Thank you.
I'm having fun.
I can see that. But don't get reckless. We're not out of danger yet.
I know. This place is crawling with thugs.
Damn! How did they find us? We've been betrayed. It's the only explanation.
Are you sure you weren't followed?
Yes, positive.
If they know about the hotel, they'll probably be waiting for us at the coast.
We'll have to risk it. If we aren't aboard the Abigail when she sails, we'll have to get out of Morocco on our own.
Or you could stay here. Permanently.
Volkov! Get down, this girl!
I have dreamed about this day for 6 years.
Bruno!
I only regret I do not have time to make your demise more eventful.
After him.
This is all my fault. If you hadn't been worrying about me, he never would have got the drop on you.
Silly girl. Worrying about you is all I have left.
Don't say that.
I've always had plenty to die for. You've given me something to live for.
Then live.
In your memory, perhaps.
Bruno!
The girl's in the lobby. Kill her.
But why didn't you kill her, Mr. Volkov?
I meant to, but my hunger for revenge distracted me. Let that be a lesson not to be ruled by your emotions.
More or less.
Excellent advice, sir. Well, I'll go shoot her now.
Make sure there are no witnesses.
You mean we should kill everybody?
First, kill everybody. Then destroy the hotel. Let our enemies search the rubble for answers. They shall find none.
Oh, and you notice the fact that you can't walk over them or use your body remover on them? Yeah. Kate, you may sometimes come across intelligence items that you cannot recover because you lack a necessary gadget. If you want to collect these items, you'll need to come back later with different equipment. And that right there requires the camera glasses.
Are you okay?
No, he's very much not okay, and neither are you.
You're going to meet your maker! Go ahead, you have made my day!
Keep your men out of...
You look like you need a monkey.
Oh, God.
I do not like getting shot at! Get everybody down low!
Now I get to do all of that again because I was stupid and didn't save.
Oh. Apprehension! You cannot get a...
Yeah, unfortunately it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's my own fault for not doing a manual save, though.
What sort of getaway did you have in mind?
Something.
Who is that?
Who is here?
Any sign of her yet?
Who is here?
Those goons in the hall act like they've never seen a woman before. Which goons did you mean? The creepy-looking guys in front of the conference room. They must have been too late to get into the seminar. Can I ask a favor of you?
Wow, those legs go all the way up.
Buzz off, boys. I don't waste my time with libertines.
Really? Why not?
Look at you. You're crass and immature.
That's not true. I'm just honest. Any man.
I thought there was a secret under one of those, or a intel item under one of those benches, but no. Now let's do this again, this time with a save. I'm sure they would too, but good luck convincing Warner Brothers to let that happen. Like I said, their entire attitude seems to be, we might own some of the rights, and just in case we do, we're going to keep you from doing anything with them. But if you want us to actually search and see if we do have the rights, you got to pay us.
Save my life. Who is there?
Help me!
Thanks.
Help me!
More or less, yeah.
Who is there? Go ahead, you made my day!
Thank you. You can't hide from me, Volkov. I'll find you wherever you go.
Kill her, you incompetent fools!
This is the end for you! This is hard rain is falling, everyone!
Two building services. I regret to inform you that the rodent infestation remains severe at Facility 4529 on the coast. Animals entering via abandoned well. Please dispatch fumigation team immediately. Morale is at an all-time low.
Animal.
Are you insulting my monkey?
I spit upon your monkey.
You are a horrible person.
I think the monkey's kind of cute.
Same dude, same monkey.
Get down, everybody! Rain is falling, everyone down!
Obtains piece 4G of the CT-180, a half-eaten chicken salad sandwich, and a creased copy of Fearless Hyena, issue 7.
I do not like it. Look out for the bullets! Rain is falling! Everyone down!
It has to Executive Director Volkov from Assistant Director Cotswold. It has come to our attention that Unity is developing an airborne sleeping agent, attempting to obtain sample as it may help with your insomnia. H.A.R.M File 2290, Agent Archer again. Theft of Fitzroy Diamond in 1959 from the Royal Museum is generally credited to the Fox, a.k.a. Cate Archer. Observation. It still eludes me why she went over to the other side with such a promising career ahead of her. Perhaps some moral defect? Must investigate further. Groove cigarettes, huh? Rather quite a lot of them, too.
What there?
They were going to try. But apparently Cate has a moral defect. That is to say, she has morals. Now there is a reason I'm coming down here. Blueprints for a hazardous waste disposal facility near Tangier, marked property of Dumas Industrial Enterprises. And that's why. Love how you can swim and shoot with that gun out. I never did know if those watermelons were indestructible or not. I guess they're not. Let's see what this thug knows about Volkov.
Huh? Who are you?
Good afternoon.
You're wasting your time. I won't talk. I have been trained to resist all forms of torture.
We'll see about that.
Do your worst.
Did you enjoy that?
Not really.
Spare yourself the suffering. Tell me where I can find Volkov, and you might walk out of here with clean underpants.
Too late for that.
That's disgusting.
Sorry.
You don't even know where he is, do you?
Yes, I do!
What was I thinking? Why would Dmitrij Volkov tell a lackey like you where he was going?
Dmitri and I are very close. Very close.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't appreciate being called a lackey. I work very hard. It's not easy being a criminal, you know. There's a great deal of pressure.
Goodbye.
Wait, don't go. I don't know where Volkov is, but I do have something you may be interested in.
It should only take about 15 minutes to get to the airport. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Excuse me? Not on your life, you scoundrel! I'm an American citizen! We have morals in America!
I don't understand what you're talking about.
This is unbearable! Pull over this instant! I'd rather walk to the airport than listen to this filth!
I thought this was supposed to be a civilized country! No sign of her. Are you sure she's coming?
She'll be here. If she gets away, I will kill any man she leaves alive. Am I understood?
Explicitly.
But not is so much more fun. Pistol sniping with dum-dum bullets on top of that. As long as it isn't like my aunt's horn. Remember me telling you about that one? So much for those reinforcements. To Assistant Director Cotswold, this memo is to alert you that Building Services has repeatedly ignored my letters regarding rodent migration into Facility 4529 via the abandoned well. Consider this a formal request for corporal punishment, preferably public, for all responsible parties, as well as paycheck deductions. The amount to be determined by you, of course, until the situation is corrected. Thank you. bloody fire barrel. If I remember correctly, somewhere up ahead, if I'm willing to navigate, yep, there it is. If I'm willing to do a lot of save scumming, or use a little trick I know about, it's not cheating, it's just, you know. Attention all H.A.R.M employees, as compelling as the thought may be, do not attempt to cross this minefield without the benefit of a mine detector. You will most likely blow yourself up, thereby requiring us to find a replacement for you, which is an expensive, time-consuming process that I would rather avoid. If you do happen to survive, I will kill you myself. Well, the objective is to get out to that van, and there is a fire extinguisher there, which is additional resistance to fire attacks. And you are supposed to have a minefield, a mine detector. But, let me make sure that's saved. All you have to do is save on a regular basis and stay right up against the wall all the way out there. Until you get to right about here, and at this point you take the risk and you go across. Then there's some bullets. Assistant Director Cotswold, yesterday I initiated an internal investigation regarding the supposed expendability directive from the Executive Director. Due to the delicate nature of the issue, I will forward results to your home address. Yeah. And the fire extinguisher. And then go right back up against the wall and just go back across, where you came from. And thus you avoid blowing yourself up on the mines without needing to come back later with the mine detector. Mission objective updated. Reach the shore alive. And you'll notice you can't get in through this door. Oh, and coincidentally, this is Facility 5426. Or 4526, rather. So... And we picked up the Hampton MPL 9mm. And... Dear Franz, I miss Berlin terribly. The weather here is too hot. The operation is going better than expected so far. We've managed to recruit a new double agent. See you until next Tuesday. Dieter. And that's an intelligence item for me. I wish I could have gotten there in time to shoot them at the top of the stairs. Just watching them tumble head over heels all the way down a flight of stairs is hilarious. Oh, like this guy. Yep, sounds about like Binks to me.
Hey! What? Nothing. Just making sure you were awake.
Piece 27B of the CT-180, a spatula, and a bottle of suntan oil. Do I really want to know why there was a spatula in there?
Get everything!
There's a ship out there.
Should we tell Mr. Volkov?
It's probably just a freighter heading for Tangier.
Should we report it, just in case?
Why bother?
It's up to you.
Let's watch and see what it does. If it looks suspicious, we'll report it. Otherwise, I'd rather not bother Mr. Volkov.
Sounds good. Listen.
2. M. Armstrong. Item, 3 cases Chisholm Premium Scottish Whiskey. Payment due in 30 days. And of course, to get out there where that intelligence item is, we gotta... not do that. Really kind of wish this game had a sprint key.
Who is that?
I should probably stop ingesting hallucinogens.
I think there's something related to to extending your oxygen. I don't remember though. I know that there are I know that there's devices for things like increasing your stealth Fuzzy bunny slippers, by the way. And there's also, yeah. And fuzzy bunny slippers improve your stealth.
What? Nothing. Just making sure.
There's also bandages for reducing damage from dum-dums, and there's a couple of other devices.
There's a ship out there.
Should we tell Mr. Volkov?
This is...
Dear Beatrice, I miss you. Tell your mother I have a job now for a fine company and the pay is very good. You will soon be reading about me in the newspaper. Just look for a headline about the explosion of an oil tanker off the coast near Tangier.
What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be watching the front gate? You ran out of cigarettes.
You ran out of cigarettes? You mean to tell me you left your post because you needed a cigarette?
I was only gone for a few minutes.
It only takes a few seconds for someone to sneak in here.
I'm sorry. You will be sorry if that girl got in here while you were messing around. Relax, she didn't get in.
How do you know?
Yes, she did.
Hassan would have radioed us if he saw her.
What if she sneaked past him?
That's
or shot him.
Hassan's fault, not mine.
Idiot! I think Mr. Volkov would disagree with you. Would you like me to tell him?
You cannot get away!
Hello? Who is there? Tell it to the worms instead.
There's nothing you can actually do with that generator, by the way.
Look out for the bullets!
Who is there?
Agent Archer, recruited into Unity by Agent Laurie, currently assigned to Unity Archival Department. Observation, just like those goody-goodies to squander such a valuable resource. Pity she didn't have the wherewithal to stick to the glorious life of crime she was intended for. Still, there may be hope for her yet.
Get her! She's over here!
Oh, this is the way I came up. Gotcha. I know there's a way of getting down to the beach. Or maybe it's back the way I came. Oh, right.
Hello?
Also, I remember there being some sort of secret
I'm hearing things.
involving one of these fountains.
Hello? Who's there?
Stick your head out. Find out.
Who is there?
Oh, right. And this is across that bridge with the people talking about the ship being out there.
Someone there? This is hard rain.
No, please.
We will meet again, Miss Archer.
Reach the shore alive. 42 minutes. Shots fired 203. Hits 146. Accuracy 71%. 102 headshots. Enemy kills 129. Detected 80 times. Bodies found 15. Times hit 62. Intelligence data 30 out of 41 items. Damage bonus for completing the level. No awards earned.
Needless to say, the Morocco assignment was an unmitigated disaster. Report to the war room for debriefing, and try to control your temper.
Report to the advanced field tactics area.
Well, I think we can classify Morocco as a complete disaster. I knew we were asking for trouble, sending a woman and a fossil like Lowry on an assignment like this.
Let's not rush to judgment, shall we?
Rush to judgment? I think the facts speak plainly enough. Ambassador Monroe is dead, and we lost another operative, albeit one who should have been put out to pasture long ago. And all we have to show for it are a belligerent, overeducated captive who knows nothing of use, and Ms. Archer here, who has demonstrated an alarming lack of competence in the field.
You can say what you please about me, but if you speak ill of Bruno again, I'll demonstrate my alarming lack of competence on your thick skull.
I'd like to remind you that Volkov was lying in wait. Someone betrayed us.
Indeed, and it seems that someone may have been your charming mentor.
Bruno? What are you talking about?
The evidence is largely circumstantial, but it is nonetheless compelling.
That's crazy.
In light of information unearthed during our investigation in Morocco, we now believe that Agent Lowry, Bruno, was in league with these H.A.R.M chaps.
But Volkov shot him.
Perhaps to silence him. Or perhaps Lowry was demanding too much in exchange for his treachery.
Alleged treachery. Lowry was a personal friend and one of our best agents. Unless he is proven guilty, he deserves to be honored, not slandered.
In any case, it seems reasonable to assume that you weren't meant to escape, Miss Archer.
Bruno was not a traitor.
Can you be sure? Every man has his price, every woman too, I expect. When a man reaches the end of his career, it's only natural that he begins to worry about the future. I suppose some men of adaptable moral constitution even find it in themselves to resort to treason.
What's your price, Mr. Smith?
What are you insinuating?
Merely that if Bruno were capable of treason, then so are we all.
Enough! It is neither our prerogative nor our intent to judge Agent Lowry at this juncture. We will continue our investigation until we discover the truth. In the meantime, Archer, we must call upon you for another assignment.
Although we call upon you reluctantly, I assure you.
We've been contacted by an East German biophysicist named Dr. Otto Schenker, who wishes to defect to the West with our assistance. We know that Dr. Schenker is working on a secret Soviet weapons program, although the precise nature of his research remains a mystery to us. He has promised detailed information on the program in exchange for his freedom. It hardly seems necessary to underscore the great importance of this mission. We've had a devil of a time recruiting reliable spies in Berlin. It seems the Stasi have ears to every keyhole in East Germany.
Which is why we're taking extra precautions.
What sort of extra precautions?
It's what we call a domino effect exchange. You'll meet with a series of contacts, each of whom will provide a piece of the puzzle, so to speak. Because the contacts don't know about each other or your mission, the vague information they possess will be meaningless to them, and, by extension, to the Stasi, should they get their hands on it.
Perfect.
We've also arranged a diversion to help cover your escape. Our man on the inside, Werner von Haupt, will place explosive charges at several locations in the record storage area. You'll need to locate these charges and set the timers. We also require that you infiltrate the main library and photograph certain sensitive documents pertaining to Dr. Schenker's research, in case he's not as forthcoming as he's promised to be. Von Haupt will present you with a disguise that should get you inside the test facility where Dr. Schenker will be working. Locate the doctor and get him out.
Keep in mind that if this mission should succeed, we will have struck a mighty blow to the Soviets. We're counting on you, Archer.
I won't let you down.
Well, you can hardly botch this job as badly as Morocco.
You might want to stop by the training facility and test out the new gadgets the toy makers have prepared for you.
Welcome to Advanced Field Tactics. What appears to be a stylish pair of women's sunglasses is actually a multiple exposure spy camera with an adjustable zoom. Simply put them on, orient the viewfinder, and snap a shot. Remember that you can zoom in for a closer look at a distant target. Take a picture of this intelligence item with your sunglasses. All right, now open the door to the next area. Unfortunately, this cigarette lighter is just an ordinary run-of-the-mill... Alright, now open the door to the next area. These relatively inconspicuous-looking lipsticks are actually powerful explosive devices that detonate on impact. Accustom yourself to the weight and explosion radius, and try not to blow yourself to smithereens.
Oh, great.
Welcome to Advanced Field Tactics. What appears to be a stylish pair of women's sunglasses...
Apparently I don't get credit for that because I threw the explosive without actually being in the room.
Simply put them on,
So it broke the
orient
script.
the viewfinder and snap a shot. Remember that you can zoom in for a closer look at a distant target. Take a picture of this intelligence item with your sunglasses. Alright, now open the door to the next area. Unfortunately, this cigarette lighter is just an ordinary run-of-the-mill cigarette lighter. Still, it can be useful for providing light, starting fires, or lighting cigarettes. Alright, now open the door to the next area.
Coincidentally,
These relatively inconspicuous-looking lipsticks are actually powerful explosive devices that detonate on impact. Accustom yourself to the weight and explosion radius, and try not to blow yourself to smithereens.
coincidentally later, that cigarette lighter also doubles as a convenient welder.
There are several important things to know about security cameras. First, as tempting as it may be, don't destroy them if you can help it. Whoever is monitoring the security system is likely to send someone to investigate or even sound an alarm if any of the cameras goes out. Instead, try to avoid them altogether. If the light on a camera starts flashing, it means you've been detected and the camera is attempting to focus on you. Duck out of sight before you're identified as a threat. If you're close enough to the camera, you'll actually hear it focusing. Listen for it to resume scanning before stepping back into view. Finally, make sure not to leave any bodies lying in view of a camera. That's just as bad as being spotted. All right, now open the door to the next area.
Like a lot of security cameras, it's got a blind spot right under it.
Searchlights are also best avoided. Shooting them out will likely cause every bit as much commotion as being caught in the beam. Figure out their movement patterns before attempting to bypass them. All right, now open the door to the next area.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And there's another intelligence item in there somewhere.
We've been contacted by Dr. Otto Schenker, an East German biophysicist who we believe is working on a top-secret biological weapons program for the Soviet Union. Dr. Schenker has expressed a desire to defect. He has asked us to assist him in exchange for information on his research. This opportunity couldn't have arisen at a worse time. After that embarrassment in Morocco, you're hardly our first choice to handle this affair, but all our other surviving operatives are tied up on equally critical assignments. If we want a chance at Schenker, it has to be now, and it has to be you, on your own.
Also, just a note, finally, a stealth game where people are actually watching the damn cameras. It's kind of like, It reminds me of the Splinter Cell series where you can shoot out most of the cameras except for the armored ones, and it never sets off an alarm. I'm like, wow, these guys are really asleep on the job, aren't they? Infiltrate this research compound in East Berlin, set explosive charges, photograph classified documents, rendezvous with Werner von Haupt and offer him a light, locate Dr. Schinker, and escape East Berlin. Select the equipment. Shepherd Arms, Hampton MPL, Impact Explosives, sunglasses are a must-have, the coin, the Barrett, the cigarette lighter. Zoom feature for the sunglasses, and at least we get the silencer for the Shepherd Arms P38. Empty slot. Well, the only thing we can do is that. The fire extinguisher reduces burn damage caused by phosphorus rounds, scalding steam, and other heat sources. I'm thinking, yeah, and how many people carry a fire extinguisher around on them? Most of those things aren't that small. I mean, they do make small ones, but they're not intended for big fires.
Dead end.
Guten Abend, Fräulein. Do you make love to strangers?
Certainly not.
Then allow me to introduce myself.
Why not just introduce yourself to a police officer and spare me the trouble?
Who makes up these ghastly code phrases anyway?
Someone in the cryptography department. Someone in need of a girlfriend, apparently. What do you have for me?
Just this. The entrance is hidden.
Thank you.
Good luck.
To building maintenance from Lieutenant Dietrich. The subtunnel beneath the Stasi records and research facility is flooded again. Please send crew. The stench is unbearable. I have already fainted twice today.
Hello.
Are you free tonight, or will it cost me?
More than you can afford.
Why must I be made to say such idiotic things?
Never mind that. Just tell me what you have.
I was told to say, in the basement.
Thank you.
Tell the person who wrote the code phrase to grow up.
I don't want to talk to you.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, he's not here yet. Must be the apartment is my next.
Leave me alone.
Nobody's home. Get lost. Want to come in for a game of Twister?
I'd rather run over you with my car.
These code phrases have a somewhat confessional tone to them, don't you think?
Yeah, now that you mention it. It says, of the library.
Go away. Nobody's home.
now he's here.
You are the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Can you cook and clean too?
No, but I can put you in the hospital if you want. Maybe you can find someone to take care of you there. Maybe.
What sort of imbecile says things like this?
I'm afraid to find out.
By the way, I am supposed to tell you this. Behind the shelf.
Thanks.
Please don't think that I enjoyed saying those things to you. Even though the words were not mine, I am so disgusted with myself that I must return home and wash myself with soap.
Don't worry about it.
You are a kind young woman. I wish you luck.
The entrance is hidden in the basement of the library behind the shelf.
What are you doing here?
I found this money on the ground outside. I thought it might be yours.
Ausgezeichnet. Go quickly. Do not get caught.
Did she really say that to you?
Yeah, can you believe it?
So what did you do?
What do you think I did?
I know what I would have done.
Then you have your answer.
So, how was she?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
I thought you said you know.
What? I didn't say that.
What did you say?
Why do you even have to ask?
I didn't think I had to ask, but I guess I was wrong.
You should get your mind out of the gutter.
Get zum Teufel!
Thank you for dying out of line of sight of the cameras.
hear that?
Come back here, please. Not so fantastic on the stealth, unfortunately.
I heard something.
There. That's how that's done.
Does not look good here, dead person. Oh.
And they're still out of the line of sight of the camera.
Who's over there? Yeah, I heard it.
Shooting the guy up in the tower isn't going to set anything up because he's alone up there.
Yeah, don't think.
There.
Get the entire army. I don't want to die out here. Did you hear that? Wake up! Yeah, ourselves.
Well, if I would stop missing the guy.
Are you there? Oh, crap, we're in trouble now. We need more backup.
Apparently I threw a coin, and that's suspicious enough for him to set off the alarm. Let's try that again.
Who is it? Someone get back up, we need more people!
Nope, apparently he sees a coin, and that's suspicious. Alright, so let's try to keep him from seeing it. And he comes walking out while I'm trying to select the coin.
Halt!
That guy sees me. Well, now he can't see me.
Is someone there? Get the entire army. I don't want to die out here. Did you hear that? What was that? Could have sworn I heard something over there. Yeah, what was that?
Nope, apparently shooting him even all the way over at the door is enough to set off that camera.
Who's there? Crap, we're in trouble now. We need more backup.
And he immediately runs for the alarm. Oh my God. You mean to tell me all this trouble I've been going through and the camera can't see him as long as you shoot him where he's at? Well, that's a bit, messed up. I mean, seriously, how can it not see the dead body in the middle of the floor? As of today, Manual 47A supersedes all previous employee manuals. Refer to page 1158 for the correct procedure for returning obsolete manuals. Remember to obtain the correct authorization for requesting the appropriate submission forms. You are being watched. And also that big red button turned off the cameras.
Who's over there?
Why don't you come and look?
Pick up! Come on out, now.
Made it through the rest of the scene. Mrs. Archer, if you find yourself in dire need of a certain gadget, such as the lighter that you elected not to bring with you into a mission, you'll most likely find one somewhere in the area. Werner von Haupt. And yeah, I could have brought something else with me other than the lighter.
Did you hear what happened to Dieter?
No, what?
He took his mistress out to dinner the other night and his wife's sister walked in.
Mein Gott in Himmel!
That's not the worst part. Of course there was a scene.
Of course.
So he takes his girlfriend home and they have a horrible argument about it. She wants him to leave his wife.
Predictable.
Anyway, they split up.
Stay where you are!
Did not intend to do that.
That's not the worst part. Of course there was a scene.
Of course.
That's what I wanted to do.
So he takes his girlfriend home and they have a horrible argument about it. She wants him to leave his wife.
Predictable.
Anyway, they split up.
Poor Dieter.
It gets worse.
I'm not sure I want to hear.
So he comes home expecting another fight. But the house is dark, so he thinks nobody's home.
His wife already left?
That's what he thought. But when he gets inside, he hears something.
Oh, no.
Exactly. His wife is in the bedroom with her lover.
So what happened?
Lots of shouting, mostly. In the end, his wife left with her lover. She hasn't been back since.
What about his girlfriend?
She's still not speaking to him.
Poor bastard.
He should have been more discreet. I thought I heard something. Shh! I thought I heard some. Here she comes! Cannot escape me! Anyway, they split up.
Poor Dieter.
It gets... Anyway, they split up.
Poor Dieter.
It gets worse.
I'm not sure I want to hear.
So he comes home expecting another fight. But the house is dark, so he thinks nobody's home.
His wife already left?
That's what he thought. But when he gets inside, he hears something.
Oh, no.
Exactly. His wife is in the bedroom with her lover. So what happened?
Lots of shouting, mostly. In the end, his wife left with her lover. She hasn't been back since.
What about his girlfriend?
She's still not speaking to him.
Poor bastard.
He should have been more discreet.
You there! That's the ear! I don't think I don't know! There you are!
Oh, come on!
Should have been more discreet.
Is someone there? I heard something. Are you okay?
At least in this game they do. Oh no, you don't. See, I have to come in here because of that.
What was that noise?
Well, step back this way and find out.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, hello, Chameleon June. Happy New Year to you, too. Let's see if I can get him to come back
Who's
this way.
there? Yeah, I don't think I don't know. Who's there?
Well, good to see you. I'm glad he decided to come all the way back here out of line of sight of that camera.
What's this? I thought I heard something.
Yeah, that's it. Come on back this way. Oh, you shit.
Is someone there?
Mm-hmm. Someone trying to get you out of line of sight of a camera. And failing.
Who's there?
Oh, come on.
Did you hear that?
God.
Are you there?
Come on.
Yeah, maybe I just heard things. What was that noise?
Step back this way and find out.
Maybe I'm just hearing things. Did you hear that? Shh! I thought I heard something.
Well, come back here and find out.
Maybe I'm just hearing things. Yeah!
That's what I wanted you to do. Out of line of sight of the camera. And see, there's the lighter it was talking about. Director Gerhardt with specimen 27G film reels.
I'm not going in.
escape me! Yeah, don't think I don't know!
Two human resources from Foreman Finkel. Employee 78892, Willem Vandervoort, has been participating in illegal arm wrestling matches. Please discipline immediately.
Here she comes!
Line of sight of the camera.
You cannot escape me!
Actually, all the cameras have bad bearings, I think.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, bullshit.
Who is it? Are you okay? Wake up!
I regret to inform you of the recent death of employee 679147, whose demise cannot be blamed only upon his own incompetence. Services will be held Saturday from 11 to 11:05 a.m. Wow, a whole 5-minute funeral, huh? If you wish to attend, make sure to bring a signed copy of Form 1173A.
Mark Schnell!
What bullshit is that?
What's this?
Camera in the corner of the room, of course. Duh. course he's in line of sight of that. Still in line of sight of that.
What was that?
Not in line of sight of that. Of course, there's that camera, too.
What was it? Cannot escape me!
Okay. That's most of them taken out. From Director Von Stein. To ensure the well-being of our animal sanitation engineers, each of you will be assigned a safety partner to whom it will be your responsibility to apply inflammatory ointment 3 times a day. Remember, your lives are in each other's hands. Of course, I can't help but think inflammatory ointment or anti-inflammatory ointment. There is an important difference there.
Did you hear that? You cannot escape me!
And here's our first time using the sunglasses. So nice that you can see through the glass, but the camera can't.
Who is this here?
Care for a light?
Danke. I seem to have lost my phone number. Can I have yours?
I'm in the book. Just look under police department.
You're late.
Sorry, I did my best.
No matter. Here, take this visitor ID card. It identifies you as the Commandant's niece, Hannah. It will get you past the front desk, then you're on your own. The staff should ignore you, but watch out for guards and security cameras. They won't be fooled by your disguise.
Thank you.
Go now. If you're caught, I won't be able to help.
I understand.
I almost forgot. I thought you might like this.
It's some sort of intelligence item, I'm just not sure what it is. And of course, it's the one shelf you can activate.
This isn't going to be easy. Fortunately.
Want anything to drink?
Sure.
What do you want?
Very funny.
I have to amuse myself somehow. 1 free CP soda coming up.
$697 cases of CCCP soda, grade B, payment due in 10 days.
I'm not going anywhere! I'm not going anywhere!
2 animal services from Lab 42. What have you done to the version 4 animals? The explosion ratio is significantly smaller than the version 3 animals. Please investigate immediately. Should give you some idea what they've been working on. A blueprint for new goat pens in Sub-Basement 42. Yeah, could have.
How's this? Over?
I can't tell. I'm deaf.
Proceed with the experiment. Over.
You don't have to say over. It's not a radio.
I like to say it. Over.
Fine.
How is the goat? Over.
The goat is nervous. How do you think the goat is?
You don't have to shout! Over!
Can you come down here for a second?
Why? Over!
I have to tell you something.
I don't trust you! I think you're planning to hurt me! Over!
I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to tell you a secret.
What kind of secret? Over!
Good one. About Bettina. Something she said about you.
I don't believe you. Over.
Suit yourself.
What did she say? Over.
If you want to know, you have to come down here.
Yeah, he's planning to hurt you. Gonna make a manual save here real quick because I am not sure which one I need to go into first. Guess the other one. Solves that problem.
I think he's in the canteen.
He's supposed to relieve me.
I'll watch your post if you want to go look for him.
You don't mind?
No, but I have to report for duty in 15 minutes.
It won't take me that long.
Dear Bettina, I think you are very pretty. Would you go out with me? Manny.
I'm not going anywhere!
Ah, there it is. I knew there was one around here somewhere. Jurgen's task list. Finish animal fatality report for Director Gerhardt. Apply inflammatory ointment to Manfred Gruber. Order scrub brushes. Contact produce section regarding spoiled jams.
I still have work to do.
That's the exit door.
Have you seen money?
I see.
Well, on the bright side, Mary, at least it's not this year again. I mean, think about it. I sort of thought this year was going to be the bad one. After all, it's 2022.
I'm not going anywhere!
Yeah, Mary, I saw your message earlier. And I'm not surprised. He hasn't been in good health. Thank you for dying right under the camera so it can't see you. To Lab 42 from Animal Services. After extensive comparison, we have found there is no difference in the explosion ratio between the version 3 and version 4 animals. Perhaps the problem lies in the region from Lab 37? I'm not sure why that's the exact same note. There's Dr. Schinker there. Unidentifiable animal card, you ass. I know there's a way to grab that without that guy noticing.
You must be Dr. Schenker.
Who are you?
We'll have time for introductions later. Our first priority is to get out of here.
They sent a woman to liberate me? Mein Gott im Himmel.
You can lodge a formal complaint the minute we set foot on Western soil. In the meantime, can we go?
This was not part of the arrangement.
She is here!
Excuse me for a moment, Doctor.
Kill her!
As I was saying, perhaps we should go.
It seems I have no choice. Ein Moment, bitte, my wife.
Are you okay? Wake up over there!
Wow, you guys are stupid. Of course, I have to back up and go get... Every time...
Gets his body out!
Every time an enemy shoots, it's basically go back and get Dr. Schenker again.
Alarm! Alarm!
Good girl.
Rank Spy. Shots fired 105, 73 head hits. Accuracy 77%. Enemy kills 69, civilian casualties 3. That would be the scientist I killed. Detected 40 instead of 80 or so. Disturbances caused 6. Bodies found 16. Times hit 49. Found 20 out of 24 intelligence items. Stealth bonus.
During the flight to London, attempt to learn as much as possible from Dr. Schenker about his research. Schenker is a notoriously cautious man, so direct questions are not advised. He is also reported to have little tolerance for skeptics. Try to keep an open mind.
Learn what you can from Dr. Schenker. Shepherd Arms and Hampton MPL again. Doesn't really matter what you take, but...
This is your captain speaking. We have reached a cruising altitude of 24,000 feet and will soon be leaving German airspace. I've turned off the seatbelt and no smoking signs. Feel free to move about the cabin. We'll be arriving in London at approximately 6:15 p.m. local time. The temperature is currently 25 degrees centigrade with clear skies. I think we can expect a lovely, relaxing flight.
You have to be careful about the questions you ask if you want to get the intel items.
What about your wife? Will she be joining you in England?
Sie ist tot. For 2 Jahre. Pardon me, I must get used to speaking English. My wife died 2 years ago.
My condolences, Doctor. I wasn't aware. There's no mention of her demise in our files.
It was not made public. There was an accident at the laboratory during an experiment. She was killed. You are familiar with my line of research?
No, but it must be fascinating.
Quite so. I was the head of the Biological Explosives Research Team.
Biological explosives? Sounds rather outlandish, frankly.
Perhaps, but also very real and very dangerous. Imagine an undetectable chemical reagent which can be injected into a living host. The reagent causes a reaction in the organism that culminates in a massive explosion that feeds on organic material. In other words, the effective range of the weapon is dictated by the amount of catalyst in the reagent and the population density at ground zero. In a city, the death toll could be tens of thousands. The speed of the reaction can be controlled with great accuracy by the chemical composition of the reagent.
Human time bombs.
Quite so.
How is such a thing possible?
I spent many years trying to answer that very question. Perhaps you'd care to read an article I've been preparing on the subject. It's rather fundamental, but it will give you a foundation for understanding the larger issues.
I'm deeply honored.
Don't mention it. I feel it is my duty to reward open-mindedness and imagination whenever the opportunity arises. You would make a fine pupil. By the way, I never thanked you. I'm sorry I doubted your competence.
Apology accepted.
Meanwhile...
We are in position.
You know what to do, Sonny.
Yes, sir. Initiating docking procedure and jamming our communications.
Get up, laddies. We're going aboard.
What is lost?
I'm not sure. Stay here while I investigate. Keep this door locked.
Oh, come on. I know you're there. Look, really. Please.
Unity itinerary. Flight U7 Berlin to London departs 0700 hours. London to headquarters depart 0900 hours. Arrive 1100 hours GMT.
Got you, it's over with.
The reason for that delayed reaction is because I didn't hit them directly in the head, but I was still using dum-dum rounds, so they bled out. Dear Julie, at last, HQ is transferring me to Cairo. See you next week. Love, Harold. Making sure I'm not missing anything. There's one that's really easy to miss around here.
This food is terrible. Look, really. Please. You've almost got me tracked down. Let's put an end to this, shall we? It's cottage cheese. Come on, I know you're in here somewhere.
Yeah, Yeah, no wonder it's occupied.
She's got an
Rob it through your greedy little eyes, my friend.
The potato salad's not bad. That's not potato salad, that's cottage cheese. Yeah, no wonder he was retching.
So much for a lovely, relaxing flight.
Sleep tight, lassie.
You're not going to kill her? What if she wakes up?
Now look here, you. I'm not gonna butcher a fellow countryman without a specific grudge. If she wakes up, she can fend for herself. If she dies, then she ain't really a Scot, so I won't feel bad. Now, go get that doctor fella and do a final sweep. Take anything that looks important. Papers, files, whiskey, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Something's not right. Alright, let's go.
But some of our men are still aboard.
Listen to you crying like a wee girl. They'll have to make do, won't they?
Invoice for 20 fuel barrels. There we go.
Those bastards left us here. Yes, I suggest you lower your head.
Contains information on Unity Flight 37 to London.
They're all taking more parachutes.
Well, that's unexpected. Make sure she doesn't land on her feet.
One of my favorite bits in the game, aside from trying to shoot the guys that are trying to shoot you.
full of hay! Please be full of hay!
I don't think it was full of hay.
Predator, people.
Catch up to the fellow below you and appropriate his parachute. Done. Rank Agent. 200 shots fired, 47 hits. 21 of those were head hits. Of course, the problem is you're falling and you're trying to hit a bunch of guys who are also falling. You're going to waste a lot of shots.
Congratulations! You have failed again. Although the circumstances were certainly extraordinary in this case, don't expect much sympathy from command. Unity cannot afford failures, however justifiable.
Report to the Advanced Field Tactics area.
I'm impressed, Agent Archer. I expected that promoting you to field operations would be disastrous, but I never imagined a catastrophe of these proportions. You've now managed to botch 2 high-profile, high-stakes missions. Care to explain?
I did my best under the circumstances.
Well, now that we've seen you at your best, I'm not sure we can afford to see you on an off day.
Now, Mr. Smith, we've had a few setbacks.
A few setbacks?
Agent Archer, I must confess that I'm troubled by the results we've seen from you thus far. But I also realize that you've been thrust into some formidable situations.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me yet. It's quite probable that things will get worse before they get better.
I don't see how that's possible.
Did you get a look at your assailant?
Aye, that I did.
Did you recognize him?
Sergeant Magnus Armstrong, born in Glasgow, Scotland, 1925. Frequently in trouble as a lad due to a penchant for fighting. By all accounts, he was a good-natured, likable young man. Never bullied anybody, only picked fights with boys that were game for a brawl. Got kicked out of several schools before his parents finally stuck him in a military academy. During the war, he served as a sapper in France and Germany, everything from mine removal to demolitions and sabotage. Earned himself quite a reputation for his reckless antics. The most popular legend had to do with a bridge he allegedly crippled with nothing but a shovel and a hand grenade. A German supply train did the rest. When it reached the weakened section of the bridge, the whole structure came crashing down.
It's a shame this chap ended up on the wrong side of the law.
To the best of our knowledge, he's never been involved in anything this big before. Most of his arrests since returning from the war have been related to public brawling.
Any theories on why he didn't simply shoot you when he had the chance?
I'll be sure to ask him when I bring him in.
That's assuming you get the opportunity.
She just might. We may have a lead. This morning, West German custom officials in Hamburg discovered several suspicious-looking chemical containers aboard a Finnish cargo freighter. Fortunately, these chaps decided to inform us rather than seizing the contraband outright, which gives us a chance to conduct a covert investigation.
You believe this is the link to Dr. Schenker?
It could well be. If so, given the specific chemicals found aboard the freighter, it's a fairly safe bet the kidnappers are not only aware of Dr. Schenker's research, but also determined to capitalize upon it.
If our theories are correct, the kidnappers are in Hamburg or will be arriving shortly. A good spy could find them. Fortunately, we're sending a good spy on this mission. You'll be working with him.
A new partner?
More like a supervisor.
An American named Thomas Goodman. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Aye, but I thought he was killed in Amsterdam.
Really? He's a resourceful chap, though. He did a daring escape on a stolen bicycle with half the Dutch police force in hot pursuit and KGB agents waiting in ambush round every corner. Smashing story. I'm sure he'll recount it if you ask him. At any rate, you're to rendezvous with him in Germany and see what the two of you can dig up. You'll take your orders directly from him during this mission.
Thank God.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Agent Archer?
Yes, sir?
What was it like falling out of that plane?
I promise to tell you about it sometime.
I tell you she's a liability.
Perhaps, but I'm not convinced yet.
What will it take to convince you? How many more catastrophes must we suffer through? Because keeping her on the active list will lead to further disasters. Of that, I'm certain.
Yes, I can see that you are.
Our purpose is to preserve freedom, to protect innocent lives, to combat evil wherever it manifests. We can't afford to tolerate anything that stands in the way of that goal. The girl may be spirited, but she's virtually incompetent.
I admire your sense of duty, but I question your judgment. I can't say that at my prime I would have performed any better than she under the circumstances.
You're assuming her reports are entirely genuine. Personally, I wouldn't be at all surprised to learn that she'd coloured the facts. The bloody things read like adventure novels.
So now you're indicting her credibility?
Does that seem unreasonable? The girl was a thief, for goodness sakes. A little skepticism seems prudent.
I'll take it under advisement.
Look, it's not too late to pull her off the assignment. I've read the American's file. He's perfectly capable of handling an operation like this on his own.
Probably so. But I have the strangest feeling a woman's touch is exactly what we need on this one.
I can't argue with you when you're like this.
No, you can't.
I hope you realize you're letting yourself be ruled by intuition. Reason tends to make a far more reliable counselor.
You might ruminate on that adage yourself.
Welcome to Advanced Field Tactics. Here's a perfume that'll really knock 'em out. Literally. It sprays a cloud of vapor that contains a potent sedative capable of knocking out a horse, let alone an adult human. Just be careful not to wander into the cloud yourself, or who knows where, or even if, you'll wake up. Why don't you try it out on Leon here? He's been up for 32 hours straight working on a new prototype. The rest might do him some good.
Too close. And the prototype didn't work too well either.
Excellent.
That's actually your only new device. Rank Super Spy. Found 1 of 1 items. Reputation bonus.
Proceed to Hamburg, West Germany, and rendezvous with Thomas Goodman, an operative from Unity's American branch. Goodman may have information concerning Dr. Schenker's whereabouts. The rendezvous will take place at Das Einsame Valkyrie, a popular beatnik nightclub in Hamburg. You will recognize Agent Goodman by his rugged good looks and the unlit cigarette he is holding in his left hand. Offer him a light. He will answer with, "Sorry, but I don't smoke." Once you have made contact, you will be under Agent Goodman.
Follow his orders implicitly. Yeah, got it. Well, you'll find a cigarette lighter in the mission, so I'm going to take the Barrett instead.
How am I going to get in there?
I demand to be let in.
I'm sorry. That's impossible.
But my girlfriend is inside.
I understand that, but they can't let you in.
Can I at least go find her?
Sadly, no.
Why not?
Because the club is full. Nobody else is allowed.
Well, can you go find her for me?
I must stay here.
Then can you send someone to find her?
Everyone is busy. You will just have to wait.
I want to speak to someone in charge.
As I said, everyone is busy. If you come back tomorrow after 10 a.m., perhaps you can speak with someone then.
But my girlfriend is in there now.
Perhaps you should have come together. Then you would not be in this situation, and I would not have to listen to you shouting at me.
I'm just getting warmed up.
It's not my fault that you're out here and she is in there. It is your fault. She is your girlfriend. You should have known better than to ask her to wait for you inside a club that is known to fill up every single night.
Can I please just go and find her?
I said no, and I meant it. Now go away or I will call the police.
Schweinhund.
Scheißkopf.
Is it always as crowded?
Yeah, the place fills up every night. People come for the music.
Do you think they'll let us in?
I doubt it.
I have to get in there.
Really? Well, let me help you. I'll distract the bouncer so you can climb in through that window. Watch out for the camera, though.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Have fun.
Hello, big boy.
Well, hello there.
What handgun?
Schweinhund.
Scheiß Kopf.
Is it all? Hello, big boy.
Well, hello there.
It sure is crowded tonight.
It usually is. This place is very popular.
You must meet a lot of pretty girls.
Yes, but rarely do I meet enchanting ones.
You're teasing.
I do not tease.
Promises, promises. You will excuse me. This is all I have time for this evening.
Thank God.
Thank you, thank you. Perhaps I will sing for you later.
You mean scream for you later, don't you?
What is so important you need to interrupt me in the middle of a performance? You know how these people treasure my concerts. Now they will lament.
Das tut mir leid, Fräulein Wagner.
Of course, if they are sad, they will buy more drinks to drown their sorrows, which is good for business. But it troubles me to know that someone is unhappy because I was unable to give enough of myself. A gift like mine comes with terrible responsibility, you know.
Yeah, and you have so much of yourself to give.
Even such pathetic, horrible creatures as these smelly beatniks deserve some sympathy, yeah? Now then, perhaps you will care to remind me why I am talking instead of singing.
Fräulein Wagner, the superspy is here. What should we do?
So, the fly has rung the doorbell of the spider. You did the right thing. Let her have a few drinks. Then she goes to the water closet. Grab her and bring her to me. Am I understood?
Jawohl.
Good. Watch her closely. She is not to leave under any circumstances.
It will be done as you have asked.
If you succeed, perhaps I will be convinced to sing for you. Would you like that?
No.
Very much so, Fräulein Wagner. It would be a great honor.
Then make me happy. When I am happy, I sing like a nightingale in springtime.
Unfortunately, what you actually sing like, I can't repeat in polite company.
I love your outfit.
I do too. Can I talk you out of it?
Pig.
These cramps are killing me.
Thank you. I didn't need to know.
Perhaps it's just me, but I thought the music was terrible.
How can you say that? It's unconventional, certainly, but that's what makes it so compelling.
It's not compelling, it's just bad.
Well, what do you know about music anyway?
Maybe it's just too sophisticated for my taste. Personally, I like music that has a melody.
How passé. Anyone can sing a melody, but it takes a true artist to defy a melody, especially with such passion and courage. Where are you going?
Somewhere else.
Oh.
Thank you for taking care of those. All you can do is basically mute them.
I love your outfit.
I do too. Can I talk you out of it?
Perhaps it's just me, but I thought the music was terrible.
Well, maybe one of these days YouTube will figure out how to get rid of those.
What makes it so compelling?
I mean, they are just spam bots after all.
Well, what do you know about music anyway?
Where are you going?
Somewhere else.
Oh.
Please refrain from dumping beer into the canal behind Dasein Sama Valkyrie. We have received 3 citations already this month.
I wonder where my boyfriend is. He asked me to meet him here.
I think your boyfriend is waiting outside.
Really? Thank you. Here, I found this sitting on the table.
In concert this Tuesday, Fraulein Wagner and the Valkyries. And in case anyone was wondering, she actually is related to Wagner, so her family tried to force her into a career in music. Unfortunately, she is completely tone deaf, hence the singing, such as it is.
The show ended early tonight. I hope there's another set later.
I hope there's not.
Would you care for a light?
Thanks, but I don't smoke.
You're holding a cigarette.
Am I? Well, what do you know? I guess old habits die hard. Say, can I borrow a dime? I want to call my mom and tell her I just met the girl of my dreams.
I gave my last dime to a worthwhile charity.
Ouch. I wasn't expecting a woman.
You weren't briefed.
They just said meet Agent Archer at 8 p.m.
Well, I'm Agent Archer.
So I gathered.
Didn't the code phrase tip you off?
I thought it was a little unusual, but I figured, hey, it's Europe. Things are different over here.
Scotch and soda. Will you have a drink?
Old Granddad. Bring the bottle, a tumbler, and a bowl of ice.
Goodness, are you celebrating?
Compensating, actually.
How sad for you.
So tell me, Ms. Archer.
Oh, now don't start with that.
What?
There's no need to patronize me.
Was I patronizing you?
Yes, you were.
Well, I'm sorry, but I didn't realize I was going to have to babysit on this assignment.
I may be a woman, but that doesn't mean I can't take care of myself.
Oh, I get it. You're one of those women's libbers. Dress up in men's clothing, ride motorcycles, smoke cigars, that kind of thing.
Just because I can take care of myself doesn't mean I'm not a woman. They're not mutually exclusive, you know.
But isn't the point of women's liberation to allow young ladies like yourself to become men?
The point is to allow young ladies to become whatever they please.
Ouch. Well, if you're as deadly with a pistol as you are with your tongue, you can watch both our backs.
All right, I will. So what's the plan?
Well, the first thing is to find out who the goon is.
Excuse me?
You're being watched. If you can lure him someplace quiet, I'll jump him and find out what he's after.
That's very noble of you, but I think I can handle that little fella.
Suit yourself.
Where should I ambush him?
Try the ladies' room.
What? You think he'll follow me into the loo?
Heck yeah, look at him. He's concentrating so hard on not being noticed, he'd probably follow you into heavy traffic without a second thought. Anyway, you'll certainly be justified interrogating him, won't you?
I'd be justified in doing worse than that.
Just make sure you question him first. I'll be waiting by the stage.
Be wary of the operetta. It's a bit enthusiastic.
I can take it.
You won't want to take it.
Ow! Looking for someone? What now? About time things livened up.
And that is going to be a good point, because we're only 10 minutes away from the 4-hour mark, to wrap up the stream. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I want to thank everyone for coming. I appreciate all your support. If you're new and you're watching this at some point in the future and you'd like to support the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And have a great rest of your day.